this is Arunava Chaudhuri. You are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot, and today I wanted to talk about Indian footballers and something which I observed while watching 4 matches over the last 2 weeks. 3 matches in the Indian Super League, a match in the I-League. It was Punjab FC versus Jamshedpur FC, Mumbai City FC versus East Bengal FC, and Mohun Bagan Supergiant versus Punjab FC in the ISL, and then Inter Kashi versus Gokulam Kerala FC. And one thing which I observed while watching those games is the topic of consistency and Indian footballers. I've spoken about it X number of times on my live shows, that I have felt that has been one of the biggest problems. Players are hyped up, people expect something from them, and then more often than not, these players fail to achieve or prove that they are as good as we think they are. And that makes it also difficult for our national team coaches in the current scenario to actually pick a team, because a national team should not be a revolving door, right? 10 players are playing bad, chuck 10 players out, put 10 players in, because you have limited time with an international team at international level. And that is, one of the main things that I feel is also the judgment ability of a coach to realize which player is good enough or not good enough to be playing at international level football. I realized that again and again while watching these matches, that watching a game live also is something different than watching a game on television. Watching highlights is something different than watching a live game, especially at a stadium, because you observe a lot of things which you would not actually do if you were watching games on TV, or as said, as highlights. Highlights are even more deceiving, I feel, than if you're watching matches live, because I saw that. I saw those matches and then I saw the highlights and I thought, okay, is it my perception that these matches were not that interesting or entertaining, or, there was a lack of quality in there? Okay, if it happens once, maybe twice, you might say, okay, wrong perspective from my side. But what I realized while watching matches in India at those different grounds, that the consistency has become a massive issue in Indian football, that we have to talk about this if we want to move forward at some stage, because you've got players who have one-offs where you say, okay, they've got one great game and then, I don't know, X number of games where they don't perform. Then you have players who seem to have a streak of 3, 4, 5, maybe, matches per se, and then, it doesn't work out. So therefore, that's something, that one needs to look at. We have an issue with quality, and this is something where we need to ask hard questions in regard to the clubs, the academies, the football schools and others who are producing the talent. Why isn't the next generation better than the current or the older batch? Why are we having so many late bloomers who are becoming good footballers at a latter age? Why are players in Indian football seem to be peaking at 27, 28, maybe even 30 plus. That's something which I've been observing now for the last 2-3 years, that players actually with age are getting better or are becoming a little bit more consistent. They won't get great, but they've got a certain level and they're able to keep that, while others are having these ups and downs, these jumps, which make it very, very difficult. And that is something, again, concerning as it is. I think quality, to talk about that, to try and understand of how to improve things, I think that, in my opinion, is very, very important. And that's something I think which we need to work generally in Indian football. And let's wait and see. A lot of things need to happen. But one observation was very, very clear, that the players who have been hyped, where I have put question marks on, sadly, I was more often than once proved right that these players aren't the quality that I think we all hope and wish they could be and would be. I think that is the biggest learning of my last trip to India, across to Delhi, Mumbai and Kolkata. As always, do you agree? Do you disagree with me? Write down your comments below. As always, like, share and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias, visit arunfoot.com. And I'll be back very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.